wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you.
I bought this Insta360 Go Ultra for our Japan trip last year, and I've just started using it for on-the-go vlogging. Let's see how it does. I wanted to show you my setup and some of the accessories that I brought with me. So I did get the silicone cover, and it just goes right over the lens and helps protect that a little bit. And I used the pivot stand, which I take apart just to transport it, but when I use it, I just screw on the bottom piece. And this goes into the pod and also goes into the tiny camera itself. So just like that. I used it as a little mini tripod like this, but I also used the sticky base, which, oh my gosh, I just washed it, so it's very sticky. I used the sticky base to put onto windows and any flat surfaces. I also just used the tiny cam and the fact that it's magnetic to mount it in different places as well. I will put all of my settings right here. I'm just using pretty much auto for everything, just so I can really give it a true comparison to my regular vlog camera, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. One feature that I do like to have on here is the tilt lock, so that I don't have to worry about having the camera completely level. The other accessory that I brought with me was just this magnetic clip that I clipped onto my bag. So I have a crossbody bag and I just clipped this onto here. This comes with the camera. It's really meant for like a hat clip, but I just clipped it onto my bag. They do have a neck mount, which I didn't use in any of my vlogs. I'll use that next time. Okay, and with that, I think that's everything. Let's go check out the first couple of vlogs and see how they turned out. So we are here at my favorite bookstore on the island. It's called Kona Story. I never read the most recent Abby Jimenez book. She's my favorite author. I don't know why, it kind of just like fell off my radar. So I'm gonna head in and try to find that book, but I'm also going to bring the Go Ultra and I'm going to attach it right here. I have a little screen here so I can see what's recording. Yeah, let's see if this kind of makes vlogging in public a little less scary and awkward. That's my goal.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
I just wanna see.
Okay, I will admit that that was a lot more comfortable than bringing my pocket or even filming with my phone, because it's so little. Well, one, I had it magnetized, right? So I just kind of walked in and nobody paid me any mind. I'm curious to watch back the footage and see if anybody was actually looking at the camera. But then once I kind of got into the store, then I popped the tiny cam onto the pod and I used my little this here on the stand right now, but I used the little stand and just kind of popped it up on the table, which I could have even just held this pod in my hand and then popped the stand. I may do that next time, because what I did was I put the camera inside the pod, then I put this on the stand and it was kind of bulky, and then I flipped up this screen so anybody walking past could see that I was looking at the screen. So I think what I might do next time is put the tiny cam on the stand and then just have the stand set on the table and then have this in my hand. So I can kind of look and see if I'm in the frame, but nobody else, when they're walking by, the camera is just black, so they wouldn't be able to tell. I'm way overthinking this, but when you're shy about filming in public, little things like this make such a big difference and they reduce the friction so much. What I'm still very uncomfortable doing is setting the camera down and walking away. and then walking back and getting the camera. That's so awkward to me, but I'm gonna practice that. I'm curious to see how this footage turned out. But unfortunately, going back to the whole point of the vlog, they did not have the Abby Jimenez book. They only had the Just for the Summer and Say You'll Remember Me, which I've already read, and I already have the books. What I'm looking for is The Night We Met. So my next stop is Target, so hopefully they'll have it there. But in the meantime, I got this little workbook. I have always wanted to do these watercolor workbooks, so I'm so excited that I got this. It's like the perfect little size too. It's not big, and it has all the instructions in here. Let me show you the one that I'm most excited to do. This one. Yeah, so it kind of like walks you through the whole thing. Gives you all the instructions. So I'm super pumped about that. I'm pretty sure I have all these colors too. Guess I should have checked. They didn't have watercolors there anyway, so we'll see. Okay, enough babbling. That was fun, a little scary, but fun. And we're gonna head over to Target, see if maybe I can get that book and some groceries, and then we'll do Costco. I don't think I'm gonna film in Costco because our Costco is kind of crazy, but there's so many metal structures in Costco that I might play around with it. And let's see if I get brave. Okay, bye.
Godspeed, we travel with hope in our minds. Loose rain, the sky and the wind are only guide. Wild sea, we are all strangers to this land. And no map, no promise but the light ahead. Rolling into the great unknown. Every step leads away from home. New stars.
Okay, we just got finished with our Target vlog, and I noticed a feature that I freaking love so much more than filming with my phone, filming with my Osmo Pocket. The fact that I can just keep this camera here and it's on, it's not filming all the time, but all I have to do if I see something that I want to film. Okay, so here's the pod. I can have this pod in my bag. I cannot even be carrying it. I can press this on the camera and it'll start recording. That is so nice to be completely hands-free, just record, and then when I'm done, just stop and it stops recording. That's like so amazing. I love that feature. Now, again, I haven't looked back at any of the footage, so we'll see, but having that makes it so much easier. The one thing I was mindful of was where it was located. So if it's way down here, it's showing kind of a weird view. So sometimes I would have to pull it up here, and then I would notice that it would kind of point up a little bit. So I just like played around with it a little bit to see where I wanted it to lay. I loved that. That was so less stressful, and vlogging shouldn't be stressful. It's supposed to be fun. I will say the battery level. So I charged it up before I went in there. It wasn't completely fully charged, but it was pretty decently charged. And the standalone battery is halfway gone and the pod battery is halfway gone. So I'm gonna charge it up while I'm driving to the next place, and I think that that will be totally fine. I did not do where I set it down and walked away. I just didn't even think about it. And honestly, Target was really crowded, so I was very shy. But having this right here and just getting that hands-free point of view was awesome. That was so fun. Okay, I'm gonna charge this up. We'll go to Costco. Let's see if I will actually mount it somewhere. And then I literally take them off and put my mother's put on.
You could be selling books, I could be tying knocks. You could be a fairy tale and I could be a chinook. You could be a wildflower, I could be a broken tower. Spain, and I could be as an hour, even if we had different names, different stories, different eyes. Nothing could ever change that we were made for us. Oh, I would find you. I would find you.
Okay, we are done with our Costco vlog. A couple things to note in there. I did use the magnetic feature where I put this on some metal surfaces. That worked fantastic. I even did it where I put it inside of a refrigerated door, put it in there, shut the door, opened the door, took the thing out, shut the door, opened it again, and then got the camera. It looks kind of dumb, but I did it so fast that I don't really think anybody noticed. I don't think anybody looked at me. Granted, I don't look at anybody when I'm vlogging because I don't want to see if they're looking at me. So I just avoid all eye contact. But once I got in the car, what I did was I attached the camera to the stand, and then I put this sticky base onto the window just like this. And I got a lot of fun angles that way. And again, I just looked at the pod to make sure that I was all in frame because you can see everything there. And battery wise, the camera has 61% and the pod has 38%, which I think is pretty decent. I didn't use it a ton, but I did have it on quite a bit as I was walking around. The only thing I wanted to try in there that I didn't think to do was the free frame video, which films in both landscape and vertical. But the problem with that is you don't have the flow state stabilization automatically put on that video. You have to do it in post-processing. So when you go back and look at your footage, it is very, very shaky. So I don't tend to use that when I'm walking around. I like to use that if I have it propped up and I'm talking, then I like having that feature. But overall, successful shy vlogging Costco trip. I'm very curious to see all of the footage. So let me know if it's terrible. Okay, now we're back and I've already started editing those vlogs, and I will have to say I have fallen in love with vlogging with this thing so much more than my main camera because it's just so convenient. It's so small that I feel like it's inconspicuous. It's fun to use. I love like getting creative with where I can mount it. I love having the fact that they're detachable from each other, so I can really set this camera wherever and then be able to look at it and frame it from here. I really like the wide angle that you can get too, because I can't get that with my pocket, and I can get that with my phone, but I would have to use the back camera, and that has just never felt organic to me. That's never felt natural to like hold the phone out with the back camera facing me. So I really like that I can still get a wide angle by using the camera like this, and I can still see everything in front of me, and I don't have to put my hand out super far. So like I can even hold it like this and I will get a really wide view. So I really like that. Now the footage is not as crisp. It's not as like cinematic as my pocket, but I don't think it needs to be. I think for my use, if I'm going to be traveling, yes, I'll bring my pocket because I really want like the best quality footage. But if I'm just vlogging my normal daily life, I probably will use this more because it feels more natural to use. It's easier, it's smaller, I can keep it in my bag. It's just always there. I also really like that I can just take it out like on a walk, and it's super small, can fit in my pocket. My Pocket 3 does not fit in my pocket. All in all, I think this is a great on-the-go vlog camera. I don't think it would be a great all-in-one camera. So if you wanted like a one camera that can do it all, probably would go for the Pocket 3, even though it is bigger. But I think this is a great secondary camera. And a few reasons why I like having an extra camera, because sometimes I get the question like, why don't you just use your phone? You have a 17 Pro. A couple reasons. One, I like to keep my phone separate from filming because I don't want to clog up my camera roll. I don't want to drain my battery. It just is easier for me to keep my phone to be like family stuff. I really like having extra storage. So I don't want to use up the storage on my phone. I like having something completely separate. I can just plug this into my computer, drag all the files over. That just works better for my workflow. Again, with the wide angle, I can't get that wide of an angle with the front camera, and I just don't use the back camera. It doesn't feel natural. I do still use my phone for little things like Instagram stories or like a quick capture here and there. I will even use this app called DualShot Recorder, which just came out. It's like $6 on the App Store, and it records vertical and horizontal. I do find myself using that quite a bit, especially if I don't have my camera on me, or if I know that I'm gonna want something for Instagram and also for YouTube, I will use that. It does not have a wide angle. That's the only issue with it. So if I use that app, it's close. The one thing I will say about this one is because of the wide angle, you really can't do close-ups. Anytime you try to get close up to something, it just blurs out. So I do want to get the close-up lens. I think it's only like $10. So I want to get the close-up lens and see how that works, because I do love that about the pocket. So if I like held something up to the pocket, it's going to focus like right on that so fast. That's not going to happen with this. So that's a drawback. But I think with vlogging, I'm not going to be like holding things up to the camera. It's going to be more of just like a bird's eye view of life, you know? But once I get that close-up lens, I will test it out for you. For the vlogs, I just use the regular video mode, but there is a feature that I have been using a lot for like short form, and it is the free frame setting. So if you go over here, 2 different modes, there's video, there's pure video, and then there is free frame video. And when you do that, it records vertical and also horizontal. And I have been using that so much, especially in an upcoming vlog where I am doing a bake stand crawl, and I wanted to film it for YouTube, and I also wanted to film it for Instagram. And I have just been loving this so much. I don't think that this is technically called open gate, but it serves that purpose for me, and I find that I can get a really wide angle for both. And I just love it. I've been using that so much. You do have to do a little bit of tweaking in the Insta360 Studio. So unlike the DualShot Recorder, which saves a vertical and a horizontal video to your camera roll, this one saves it as one file. And then you do need to go into the studio and choose what format you want. So if you want it vertical, you choose that option and then you export it as such. And then you also go back to the original file, choose horizontal, and then export it as such. I think that's everything. I have been kind of sitting on this video for so long. Hopefully it's helpful. I think if you've been considering getting like a little action cam like this, I really like this one. I have been hemming and hawing between getting the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, which has its own qualities that I really like, but I don't think that I could give up the magnetic part of this. I just love that so much, and I love how portable it is. I can just kind of like do this and stick it onto something. I don't think I could give that part up. So maybe I'll just have to have 2. If I could sum it up, is that it's a great little vlog camera. I don't think that it would replace my pocket in any way, but I think it's a great complement to it. And I really like this for on-the-go vlogging. So when I'm not at home, if I want something a lot more durable and it's fun to use and I can get creative angles, that's what I'm using this for. And then the last little thing that I wanted to leave you with at the end of this video was a neighborhood vlog that I filmed with my kiddos, and I tried the time shift setting, and that one was honestly kind of fun. So I'll leave you with that little vlog. Let me know if you have any questions. This is so not sponsored. Insta360 has no idea who I am. I have just given them so much of my money. And I really wanted to use this more because, like I said, we bought it for Japan. We really only used it that one time. And I kind of used it around the house here and there, but the quality didn't compare to my pocket. So I thought maybe this could be like a travel on-the-go vlog camera, and I wanted to put it to the test. So that was what this video was. If that was helpful, please let me know. If you have any other questions, also put them down below and I will try to answer them. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
20 minutes or an hour or two. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby,